Hi and welcome to free Excel tutorial videos. In this video today, I'm going to go through with you some basics of using formulas and function in Microsoft Excel. When we use Microsoft Excel, there are three categories of entry that we can input into Excel. It can be text, numeric value, or a formula. Okay, a text is the entry which is used to as a label. And in this example here, in this spreadsheet over here that I have, um, the text entry sales is which is the label for the sales in this field or category. Okay, I also have the text entry for cost of goods sold, gross profit in dollars, gross profit in percentage, as well as the sales as percentage of total sales. Okay, and over here at the left, I have the products as well as um, which is also a text entries. And in here we have the numeric entries. Okay, so these values can be typed in, it can be copied, it can be also imported from somewhere else. Okay, so we have the text labels, the text descriptions, as well as the numeric values. So let's begin with the basics of formula. Okay, to calculate the gross profit, we need to take the sales over here and minus the cost of goods sold. So in Excel, the way that we can make a calculation is by using a formula or function, is that we always begin with the equal sign. So if you see over here, I already have the formula inside. The formula or function will begin with the sign, the equal sign. So to calculate the gross profit in dollars, we need to take the sales, which is in cell B3, and minus the cost of goods sold in cell C3. Okay, so in the formula over here, it's B3 minus C3. So the minus over here now is the operator. Okay, it can be a minus for subtraction, it can be a plus for addition, an asterisk for multiplication, or a forward slash for division. So for this calculation, we are using the minus sign. Okay, right. So one advantage that we have when we use the formula is that, say that we made a mistake and for the amount of sales over here, okay, say let me just type in here 11,000. Okay, so if we change it over here, we will get an updated result. Okay, see that the formula remains the same, okay, but the result changed. Okay, so this is because the formula is calculating based upon the cell reference, which is in this specific cell, B3 and C3. Okay, so let me just undo the last action. Okay, so you see the formula remains in the cell, but what we see is the result of the calculation for the formula. So if I change, say I change, now I change the cost of goods sold to 7,500, you will get this result. Okay, let me just undo this. Okay, so now we have to, let's calculate the gross profit in percentage. So we will also use a formula which is cell reference B3 divide um, the gross profit divided by the sales. Okay, so it's D3 divided by B3. Okay, so now we are using a constant value that we entered and a value that is computed by the Excel. So the operator here will be the forward slash. Okay, this is to divide. Okay, so let's press enter. So the gross profit is 50%. Okay, so now we have our formulas. How do we replicate them in other words, how do we copy it down to the other cells in order for us to get the result for the calculations for product 2, product 3, product 4 until product 7. Okay, so there is one way that we can do it is we can come over here to this cell and press and copy or control C, and when you do so you see that the cell is surrounded by a like a running mark line. Okay, then you can select one of the cell or a selection of the cells, okay, like this. So I'm just going to select two cells. Then you can come over here and choose the paste command or the keyboard shortcut control V to paste that formula into those cells. Okay, so now the formula which was in the particular cell just now is now in the other cells as well. Okay, so if I want to just press escape to remove the selection. Okay, and if you come over here to the cell and you double click, you can see that the cell reference has been automatically adjusted, okay, from to B4 and C4, and over here it's B5 and C5. Okay, there is another way that you can copy the formula, and let me show you now. Just notice that my mouse right now, um, the pointer here, it is a large white cross. Okay, as I move it to the bottom right corner, you see it changes to a black cross. So at this moment, just click and drag into whichever direction to replicate that formula. So I'm just gonna drag down and release. Okay, so now you have the result for all the other products. Okay, so now how do we actually see which formula is in which cell? So uh, you can come over here to the formula tab, okay, and go to the formula auditing group and click on show formula. Okay, you will see the formulas are over here, and these are the references that is being used in the formula. Okay, so to turn this off, just click it one more time. So this show formula is a toggle on off switch. So if I pressed, it will be highlighted. Okay, so press one more time to remove it. Okay, so for the gross profit, we can do the same thing. Okay, we can copy and paste, but let's use the faster way, which is to autofill. So let's just move my mouse to the bottom right of the cell and copy it down to the cells below. Okay, okay, now let us talk about functions. Okay, with functions you can perform a formula in a streamlined way. Okay, so here we want to have the sum for the total for each of the values up here. Okay, this is the streamline of all the range of cells that we want to sum. Okay, instead of typing a formula like this, okay, like equals um, b4 plus b3 plus b4 plus b5. Okay, obviously we don't want to do this. Okay, so we will use a function. Okay, so um, notice here that I have selected the active cell. Okay, this is the active cell, and this is where I want the result to be shown. Okay, it is directly below the streamline of the range of cells that I wish to sum. So to sum, go to the home tab and come over here to the editing group, and there is an auto sum icon. So let's click on this. As soon as you click, you will see a formula appear. Okay, sum here is the function, and over here are the arguments. Okay, b3 and semicolon and b9. Okay, this is the range of cells that we want to sum. Okay, so just press enter. Okay, now we have the amount for the total. So at this point we can do the same thing and autofill the function to the other cells over to the right, okay, which is these two. Okay, let's go over here to this cell again and move the mouse to the right. And there you go. We have the total for the cost of goods sold and also the total for the gross profit. And as for the gross profit, if you break the formula down, it will be 20%. Okay, so so far we are calculating based on um, relative um, cell references. Okay, you see that what we have been using are cell references here. um, for here B3 it's C3, okay, for B4 it's C4, for B7 it's C7. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to use a function on an absolute cell references. Absolute cell reference. This means that the formula will calculate based on a specific value from a specific cell. Okay, so what I want to calculate here is the sales as of percentage of the total sales. Okay, and I want to calculate for product number one. So let's type in the formula here. We will start with the equal sign, and then I'm going to point to product number one. Okay, and then I'm going to type in the division operator, and then I'm going to point to the total sales. Okay, and as we press enter, we will get the result. Okay, set of numbers. So to see this in percentage, we go over to the home tab, come over to the number group and click on the percentage. So the sales as a percentage of the total sales for product one is 6%. Okay, so next you may think that, okay, let's apply the formula down the cells below. Let's do the same thing and autofill the formula to the cell below. But if you do that, you will get an error. Okay, you see this. Okay, if you check this, you will see that the formula is taking the cell reference B4 and dividing it with cell reference B11. Okay, so it's dividing a blank cell. Okay, so notice that both arguments have moved one cell below. To correct this, we need to change the formula here. Okay, let's come over here and we need to freeze the second cell reference, which is the total sales. Okay, so to do so, we just come over in front of the B over here and press a keyboard shortcut F4. Okay, doing this will add a dollar sign in front of B for column B and a dollar sign in front of 10 for row number 10. Okay, this means that when we copy this formula down to the other cells, this part of the formula will adjust to the relative cell references, but this part B3 will remain this part will remain the same, but B3 will adjust to B4, B5, B6 and so on. Okay, so undo. Okay, let me click enter. Okay, then now let us copy it down, move the mouse to the bottom right and copy it down. Okay, so there you have it. We have the results for the sales as a percentage for each product. Product 1 is 6%, product 4 is 11% of the total, product 6 is 20%. So if you copy it down one more step, it's 100%. That means all of these add together is 100%. Okay, so there you have it, the basic element of using formulas and function in Microsoft Excel. I hope you like the video. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.